So what's it like to work from home as a day trader? I guess I'll show you. Generally, my mornings are gonna start around 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. And that's really all depending on how lazy I'm feeling for that day. First, I'll normally start a fresh pot of coffee and even have some breakfast, really depending on if I have the time, and if I don't, then I'll rush it and just make coffee. It's nice to wake up really early before work because at this time, usually everybody's still asleep, so the world is really quiet, and that gives me enough time just to kind of sit, think to myself, and plan out my day so I know exactly what it is I want to do, have to do, and sit down and lay out all the goals that I really want to achieve for the day before I get started. I also like to use the time in the morning to go through any emails or messages that I haven't yet gotten to from the previous day. Now, I know that may not seem like a big task, but for me, sometimes I'll wake up in the morning with as many as 350 new emails or 30 new messages that are really timely that I have to get to before the day really gets started. So for some mornings, I could be spending as much as 45 minutes to 30 minutes going through emails or messages just before my day even really gets started. What's really cool about being a day trader is you don't have to commute to work. So you're not going back and forth from point A to point B. And since you're not doing that, you're spending less money on gas and you're putting less wear and tear on your vehicle, which in the end just means you're making more money and saving more money for yourself. The other really big benefit of not having to commute back and forth to work is you essentially get to keep and save all of that time you'd otherwise be spending going to work, which can free up some extra time, allowing you to do things like go to the gym, clean the dishes, do the laundry, or maybe just do something that you've been planning on doing that you haven't quite found the time to do just yet. Now, luckily for me, my office is located directly above my bedroom, and there's a spiral staircase that leads right up the stairs and into my home office. And once I get into the office, this is really where the morning grind starts for me. Now, once I'm in the office, this is really where I get very focused on the stock market. I'm running various stock scanners, analyzing different stocks, kind of going through the chat rooms, and really just trying to figure out what stocks are moving on the day and which stocks are going to provide the best potential to trade, all in an effort to just simply make money trading for the day. During this portion of the morning, there's actually 4 things that I do to help generate extra income for myself. The first thing that I do is a stock market breakdown every single morning at 8:30 a.m. and you can feel free to join into this anytime you want. We normally do a morning stream every single day at 8:30 in the morning. The second thing that I do is another stream to YouTube. Once I get done doing the pre-market analysis at 8:30 to 9 a.m., I will then turn around and kickstart a brand new stream onto YouTube, which is really just streaming different stock scanners. So those of you that are out there trading that don't have the luxury of having some of these expensive scanners, I provide that on my YouTube channel for free, so you guys can use those stock scanners as well. And that stream normally starts right after our pre-market breakdown stream ends. Do note that the streams that we run onto YouTube are delayed by about 3 to 5 seconds, so the information that you are seeing in the stream isn't real time. So those scanners that you guys are viewing do help give you an extra edge, but again, they aren't exactly in real time and they are a few seconds delayed. The third income stream is obviously trading. Once I get done working on the YouTube, I will then get back online to my private trading group with their private members where we trade live and kind of broadcast the market live every single day. We usually do this from 9:30 a.m. all the way up until about 11 a.m. As I mentioned before, really the first 2 hours of the day are going to be the best times to really trade the market, and that's where we really put most of our attention into trading. Lastly, the fourth way that I like to generate income throughout the day is simply by taking time out of my day to do some one-on-one private tutoring for investing and trading and pretty much a lot of things just finance related. A lot of times I'll schedule either 1 or 2 meetings in the afternoon and really just work for another hour to 2 hours helping coach and tutor other traders or investors on things that they're not quite sure about or areas where they'd like to learn a little bit more. Depending on if I'm tutoring or not for the day, I've already been working for about 4 to 5 hours. In between trading and coaching, there's a lot of questions that I've answered and there's a lot of split-second decisions that I've had to make that can determine whether or not I'm gonna lose a couple $1,000s or make a couple $1,000s on a day. And all those decisions and all those questions that I've had to answer, they become very mentally draining and taxing. And that's why I personally like to go to the gym. I've always liked to go to the gym. It's a hobby of mine. Not only do you look good, are you healthier, are you stronger, but something like going to the gym for many people is hard to do. So regardless of whether or not you like it, if you can consistently go to the gym and keep up with a structured system at the gym and you go all the time, what you're doing inevitably is you're building a good habit and you're building consistency and you're living up to that habit and that consistency. And when you can do that in your everyday life, then it's going to funnel over into your trading. And you'll start to create good trading habits. Like when you make a good amount of money, you shut down the computer and you walk away from the day and you don't go back to trading, right? When you go work out Monday and you go work out Tuesday and you go work out Thursday, you take a day off. But then when your day off is up, you go back to the gym, just like trading. You trade, you take a day off, and then you go back to trading, same as you were. Nothing really changes. You're keeping with that consistency. So again, little tip I found is that the more consistent you are and the more or better habits that you create throughout the day for yourself and the more goals you set and you actually stick to them, the more self-discipline you're really building in your everyday life, and that self-discipline will roll over into your trading, and normally you will start to perform better. There you have it. That's exactly what it's like to work from home as a day trader. So I hope you guys liked the video, and I hope you learned something new. As always, feel free to hit the subscribe button, notification bell, thumbs up, comment, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Take care.